I never had a tennis lesson in my life. I never had a tennis coach in my life, and so once you are self-taught, you're doing it alone, yeah, and no one is there to tell you, no, you cannot do this, you're not allowed to that, you have to do a decent tennis, serious point, you have to win. So it's just stay the game for me.
You're widely known as not just a great player, Mansour, but the great entertainer. Especially in recent years, you've made it clear that winning comes second to you after wanting the audience to really enjoy themselves. And it's a really lovely sentiment, but it's not something we often hear from athletes who seem to be trained to just want to win, win, win. Where does the incentive to entertain come from in you?
Gian, when I started playing tennis, there was no money. I didn't play tennis to become rich. It was a game that was forbidden for me. And we would go out of the tennis club, outside somewhere, just make it like a tennis court as a 10 years old, 9 years old kid can do, We do our lines and then put a net. And then I would play with my friends with a dustpan, with a piece of wood, and we were just having fun. It was a fun game, and we would do all these trick shots. We would try to do who's doing better trick shots. And so this stayed on me. And you say why I do that? I never had a tennis lesson in my life. I never had a tennis coach in my life. And so once you are self-taught, you're doing it alone, yeah, and no one is there to tell you, no, you cannot do this, you're not allowed to that, you have to do a decent tennis, serious point, you have to win. So it's just stay the game for me. When I start, people always seems to enjoy my game. Even if when I was 10, 12 years old, hitting against the wall, people would just stop and say, wow, how you do that? And I don't know. I still don't know. I just tell them, I don't know. I just played like this all my life. And you said winning is secondary for me. I love to win. It's not that I like to lose. The main thing for me is when people leaving after my match, I love to see people with a big smile. It has happened that I have sometimes won a match, and I thought that okay, but people didn't really enjoy it that as much as I wanted them to enjoy it. So it was like a loss for me. I feel like I am going on the stage on a theater, and then people are there, and I feel like I'm like a one-man show. I do my stuff, and I love to see people with a big smile.